Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff Arrington here, wickedoil.com, your local AMSOIL dealer in Madison, Tennessee, which is basically North Nashville. Visit us on the web, and I don't have any kind of a Patreon account or PayPal or any of that crap. You know what? If you believe in what I'm teaching here, and I hope you do, then you don't need to send me money. Go to my website and buy some AMSOIL, okay? Because it's a win-win situation. AMSOIL is the best lubricant you can put in anything. I don't think there's anything you could find that isn't going to benefit from this wonderful, fantastic lubrication. Okay, first put it in your engine, and then you're going to find out how wonderful it is, because you're going to hear the difference, you're going to feel the difference, and then it's going to be like, let's put it in the transmission, let's put it in the differential, let's put it in the power steering pump, let's put it in the lawnmower, let's put it in the pressure washer. Trust me. Okay, enough of that. All right, this video is the third in my series on restoring the foreskin. First video, I kind of told a background of what's up. Second video, I kind of did a little rehash, and then I showed basically, without whipping my pants down, I showed how I use one of these bad boys to regrow my foreskin. In this video, I'd like to tell you about some of the benefits. And let me tell you, there's some pretty good benefits. Okay, number one, as I stated before, I'm 57 years old. I have had, shall we say, sensitivity issues for a long time. In fact, I've been having erection problems. I'd say they started back around 2008. I think the first few little instances kind of happened around 05, 06 kind of area, but 08, all that horse hockey with the housing market and all that stuff, and the recession that wasn't a recession. Anyway, over the years, it's just gotten really bad. So, as I stated in my other videos, the head of my dick just got so chafed, and so, it got to the point where, and yes, I'm going to admit, I jack off sometimes. I know, crazy, a man that would jack off. That it was damn near hard. It was hard to fucking jack off, because I had to fucking get so carried away with it. And it just, talking about diminishing returns, sex with my wife, everything is just so fucking hard it's just like, what's the fucking point, man? Okay, well, anyway, let's cut to the chase here. Since I've started restoring my foreskin, my dick, at first I was doing this every other day. Now I do it pretty much every day, and I'm not putting a bunch of tension on. I'm just putting it on there and keeping the skin pulled forward. But even when it's off, my skin is, when it's relaxed, it's hanging over about 2/3 over the head of my dick, as long as I don't have any kind of erection or anything like that. And the head of my dick is taking on a kind of a glossy. It's not. If you go to TLC Tugger, I can't remember that guy's name. He's got some videos, and he shows the head of his dick. He shows putting on his device, and he shows the head of his dick, how shiny it is. Mine isn't quite like that yet. And at this point, the results I'm getting, I'm like going, wow, it must be really wonderful when it gets like that. But anyway, with all that said, I would like to say, and I said this in my first video, I think it was about 2 weeks, around 15, 16 days, I was wearing that thing almost every day. I'd wear it for a day, to leave it off for a day, and then I might wear it for 2 days and leave it off for a day. And I noticed one day I was at work. I operate a concrete mixer, And I was driving along, and all of a sudden I just had this realization. I said, man, my dick feels so comfortable. And I laughed when I said that. I thought, yeah, my dick feels wonderful. It feels comfy. But, it did. It just felt so healthy and comfortable. It didn't have that. There's a feeling, you don't realize you have it. At least I didn't. When your dick is just out there rubbing on the inside of your pants. And my dick would find a way through that fucking underwear hole and end up rubbing the fucking backside of my zipper. And I bought soft underwear and everything trying to help here. Fuck. But all of a sudden it was just like, wow. It was just, I don't know. I don't have words to describe it. I mean, it's like fucking happy dick, if there even is such a thing. I was just like, wow, that just feels so comfortable, and it's so encouraging for that to happen that I just started wearing this thing just about every single day now for the last month. And the longer I wear it, the more that feeling is just growing. It just feels, I can't think of, the only thing I could think of that would even come close to that, because it's not necessarily a sexual feeling, although, it's a sexual organ. So when you're really hydrated, when you're dehydrated, your mouth kind of feels, and you have to drink stuff, and it's not quenching your thirst and everything like that. That if you can equate that to my dry dick, it's not a good feeling. But when you're hydrated and your eyes are not dry and your nasal passages are not dry, when everything feels healthy, I would say if you can equate those two together, that would be a good idea of what my dick feels like these days. It just feels like it's hydrated. The skin feels so soft, and it doesn't have this. It didn't feel crusty before. It just felt like this piece of skin hanging off the front of my body. Now it feels like, it just feels healthy, man. It feels, I wish I'd have started this years ago. I wish I would have known. If my mom and dad were around, I know my dad didn't have anything to do this because my dad was circumcised, and there's no way he would have advocated that I be circumcised. But my mom, I would have had to tell her what a fucking asshole she was for. I don't know if she asked for it or if, they did it because there was a time when they, these jackasses, they're about making money. So, and we weren't religious or anything like that. So the idea that we're following some Christian stupidity, whatever, or I guess it'd be Jewish stupidity, but it's right down to the Christian ranks. So, okay, stupid asses. Only an asshole does that to their boys. But anyway, back to the benefits of this. And this is one that I'm sure you will like and appreciate if you're having, I assume if you're watching this, you're watching it because you're trying to educate yourself and see if this is an endeavor to pursue or to learn how to, if you're doing it right, kind of thing. So, orgasms, man. I told you, I was at the point, I was like, what's the fucking point of jacking off or trying to have sex with my wife, because it's so hard to have an orgasm, and when I have it, it's so fucking disappointing. Well, now that I've gotten into this a bit, now mind you, we're talking a month in from this year's attempt at doing this, at restoring. We're talking probably 8 or 9 months since I was doing it last year. But about 30 days into this, I go to bed with my wife one night, and we had sex. And like I said, I have a hard time with my erections, but they're getting better. I mean, a lot better. because the sensitivity is going up. But like, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, went to bed with my wife, and we screwed, and man, I had a fucking nice orgasm. Oh my God. Not earth-shattering, but I was like, wow, what a difference. I mean, I haven't felt that in a long time. I've had plenty of orgasms, but this was not disappointing at all. And then, I don't know, a couple of nights later, you have something good, it's like, I want to do that again. So, a couple of nights later, we screwed again, and it was like a little bit more intense again. And then, I don't know, we went, 3 or 4 days, and we screwed again, and it was really good. And I gotta tell you, last night, it is, the 19th of April, we had sex last night, and I sent her a text yesterday, like fucking 10 in the morning, and I said, I'm sorry to be this blunt, but when I get home tonight, I need some pussy. Okay, I don't give a shit what's going on. I want to. Okay, and she was like, "Oh, okay, I'm here for you, baby." And last night, man, we had sex, and holy shit, man, she went down on me, and it's like I went and turned my dick in and got a new one. Holy fuck. Whoa. I mean, it's like it used to be, on the bottom of the head, where the helmet comes around and meets. That's supposed to be your most sensitive spot right there, and it has been forever. I noticed last night that the whole head of my dick is just sensitive. It doesn't matter where it's touched. It is like the nerve endings are woken up. Man, I had a earth-shattering fucking orgasm last night, and it wasn't a little, and it was like, oh God, that was great. No, it was, I equated it to like when my wife has an orgasm, she'll just kind of like, just ride it for a minute. That's the way it was for me. I swear to God, it just lasted. I ejaculated, and that part was rather quick, but the coming down off of that I don't know, sensation curve, it just kind of slowly tapered. Usually it's like I come and it's like straight down here. Okay, well, that was wonderful. This was like, just fucking rode that motherfucker. And it was fucking, oh man, I swear to God, dude, I am so jazzed about continuing this and getting into the, I figure realistically another month, 2 months at the most, I should have more than enough stretch skin growth to order my TLC tugger or whatever I'm going to use. That's probably what I'm going to go with. I've looked at all the different kinds, but I just want to tell you, if you're on the outside looking in and you're just like thinking about starting this process, you know what? I'll even go so far as to say I'm begging you, do it. Okay? Just do it. I'm telling you, it is so... God, it makes such a difference. I mean, I swear to God, if I had any idea that this would make this big of a difference, I would have done this fucking 20 years ago. I mean, 20 years ago I wasn't really having the problem, but wow. Seriously. Okay? Don't be embarrassed about it. Don't think about it like it's, well, God, it's something I have to figure out. Dude, you had to figure out how to drive a car, okay? You had to figure out how to properly fire a pistol if you do that. You had to properly figure out how to jack off, okay? You have to properly figure out how to do your job. You have to properly figure out how to play the guitar if that's something you do. Okay? That's just... When you start, yeah, it's going to be new. And it's going to be like, is it working? Is this worth it? I don't feel like doing it. Just do it. Okay? Just get a couple weeks into this. And you're going to notice such a difference that you're going to be encouraged. I'm sure of it. Okay? And let me point something out. I don't think I've said this yet. My dick will be in this tube, and I will have to reapply lotion several times a day, because if you don't, it gets dried out, because it's, lotion's up against skin. Your skin's going to absorb it, and it gets dried out. And if you don't lubricate it, it's not that it starts pinching you or anything. What happens is you get all this tension and it starts pulling that tape, and it ends up falling down your pant leg, unless you have it attached to something, which I could, but I don't, because I haven't really needed to. But take a little baggie of Q-tips with you and some lube. It doesn't matter. It can be just regular hand. Just don't get some cheap crap, okay? Use something reasonable that's got some vitamins in it. Squirt a little in there, and then take a Q-tip and go around it and work it down beside the head, okay? And get it in there. When you can rock your hips back and forth and you can feel the head of your dick kind of moving back and forth in there, you know you've got enough lube. I should have said that in the beginning. Should have said that in the last video. But anyway, believe me when I tell you, it is so worth it, man. And I'm telling you, like I said, I've got some shine on the head of my dick now, but it's nothing like what I've seen, like that dude at TLC Tugger and other places other sites where they're showing you how to do this. I can only imagine. Now, I will say this. While I don't agree in any way whatsoever that this religious horseshit of lopping off a little boy's foreskin to keep him from playing with himself, because that's what it's about, okay? These religious fucking assholes. God, don't get me started on that shit, you fucking pieces of shit. Anyway, now that the sensitivity is coming back, and I'm still in the working into this thing, so I can't give you a definitive before, middle, and after yet, because I'm not even to the middle yet. I'm only to the I mid-range into the beginning is what I'd call myself right now. But I have to admit that the feeling, whether I'm wearing that or not, that feeling of having that snugness on my dick, and it's nice and moist and it's comfortable and everything else, it has a sexual content to it, I'm not walking around with a boner or anything like that, although there are times when a stray thought will land, and the combination of that feeling and the thought, I have to be like, okay, dude, no, don't do that right now. Don't do that right now. Okay, don't. Save it from when we're not wearing this device. Although I have had an erection, and it's pretty tight because, anyway, there is that sometimes it itches, and it's a good itch. It's not an itch like, like, oh, I got one on my back and I can't reach it. It's that itch like when you get a massage and you get the those big massages, and then pretty soon it gets the blood flow to your skin and it starts itching and all that other shit. It's like that because it's healthy. Okay. I don't know. I've probably rambled on enough of this. I'm fixing to be 20 minutes here, rambling again. Seriously, let's just leave it at that. I don't think I can really add anything else to it at the moment. I just want to encourage you and say that if you're on the outside and you're looking in and thinking about doing this, please, just do it. Okay, you don't have to use the ones I'm using. I mean, if you want to use a bigger pill bottle and you don't have any problem with the idea of having, a bigger tube of skin than what you need. I mean, for all I know, once you stop using it and you get it stretched out, for all I know, it'll snug down to the size it's supposed to. Because I figured the way it is right now, it's going to be too tight. But once I get the skin out there and I'm not using that anymore, that my dick will sit at its proper size and the skin will adjust and have the natural tension that it would have if I had never been circumcised. So with that said, just try different stuff. If you've got enough skin, some people, when they get circumcised, they still have enough skin that even when they're erect, they've got enough they can pull the skin up and at least get to the head, the little bit of a fold, so that when you're flaccid, you've actually got enough skin to roll it up at least part way. Dude, you could probably use a TLC tugger or something like that, some other appliance. Okay, you have to figure out what works for you, obviously. But do it. And if you were doing it and you're like, I want to do it, but I just don't see how it's just not working right for me yet, just get back on the horse, okay? Seriously, just get back on the horse, man. It's worth it. I swear to God, it is worth it. I swear before all that is good and evil in this world, it is so worth it. Okay? Once you get some results, like I said, I'm only 2 months into this, okay? Barely 2 months. Barely. I think I'm at 7 weeks. I should have wrote the date down, damn it. But I know it was right around, it was just before the 1st of March. Like the last week of February. I'm getting such wonderful results. Dude, please, just do it. Get the stuff. That Me-Fix or Mefix or however you pronounce that crap. It's like $13 for that roll. Dude, I used it last year. I bought that stuff in 2005 because I originally was going to do this back then. I've had that tape that long. Obviously didn't use a whole lot of it back then. Okay. But then I used it last year and now I'm using it again. And I just bought another one just because this carnival virus bullshit hoax crap. I'm like going, I better order it before I need it because they're liable to pull it. Oh, it'll be a month before you can get it delivered. Because we got to take care of essential shit. Man, fucking, here's your essential shit right up your ass. Okay? Fuck off. Stupid ass. Anyway, just do it. Seriously. Just do it. Dude, it is so fucking worth it. And ladies, if there's a woman watching these, and there's really no reason why there couldn't be a woman here and there watching, because they may be trying to figure out why their hubby or their significant other doesn't have the sensitivity they need. Just tie him down and fucking put a device on him, tell him shut up, take it like a man. Of course, he'll probably like that. No, I would. Anyway, I'm going to sign off now because, how long can a video go on, Anyway, get some good scissors. I'm not saying these are the best. I'm saying these work pretty damn good. Nothing worse than the crappy scissors, man. These are my wife's if she knew I was using these. Do it. Trust me. It's so worth it. It is so, so, so worth it. Thank you.